Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to Blossom. Hope you're having a wonderful day today. I'm going to start things off, taking care of some unfinished business. Kind of left you hanging at the end of the last video. So I went ahead and I hooked up a battery to this door. It's at almost 1,000 power stored to it. And we're going to use that 1,000 power to open up the door. So there it goes. We're just going to go ahead and transfer that over. And this door should open up and reveal to us vehicles. Oh, it's going down. I thought it would be going up. And do I need another 1,000 power for this one? Indeed, I do. But we can at least get inside now and see both of these vehicles. They are interesting, aren't they? They are interesting. It's like it's very narrow. It's like a bike. It says bike, but that's weird because it's 4, right? You don't get a bike and 4 wheels at the same time. That seems a little weird. But if I recall, somebody said these things are fast. So let's see just how fast it really is. So 12 miles an hour. Oh my goodness. Yeah. And then the boost probably brings it to what? Okay, up to over 18. See, this is the speed right here that I was hoping that the other thing would do. But I do like how it maneuvers. Really nice maneuvering. I like that. I do wish a bike was called a bike with 2 wheels. This should be a quad. But still, pretty nice. It's pretty fun. I'm not sure we're really going to use it all that much. I guess the only reason to use this would be if I don't want to have an extra wagon. Like, I don't think I need the extra battery, and I can move the mining laser maybe in place of one of the storages. It depends on what I'm doing, right? I guess that's really what it comes down to, is it depends on what it's doing. Yeah, I like the little lights on the wheels, too. My car has... it's called Halo Disc. It looks a little weird. It's not for everyone. Definitely an aesthetic that's not for everyone, but they're called Halo Disc wheel covers. And mine has like these little accents on the wheels like that. And it looks pretty much just like that, except there's 2 red ones instead of 1 blue one. And then I don't really need to open the other door. I mean, I can just take the other bike out this side, right? We could just do that. Yeah, we could just do that. But just to be thorough and to say that we did it and completed the task at hand, let's hook that up and open the door anyway, just so we can say we did, okay? There we go. Now, how to get these back? Because, you see, there's no connection point at the front, so you can't chain them together. I mean, I could, I guess, chain them together like this, but it doesn't move backwards, right? Yeah. So that's not going to work. So this has to be the lead vehicle. Oh, I can break this down? I can deconstruct it? Oh, I don't know if I want to do that, but I'm struggling to understand why I would need 2 of them. You know? And I kind of want to see what resources I get. So, for science, we sacrificed 1 for science. Oh. So it's indestructible then. Okay. Well, now you know. Can't actually break it down. Okay. So now that we did all that, we can break all these things down, though. There we go. And then what I want to see, I don't think I can do this because it's too many vehicles, but we'll see. Maybe it will let me. It will not. No. We cannot haul these things. So the bike is a pretty niche vehicle, you know? It's sort of it's a for funsies vehicle. Now, I am curious, though. If I was to disconnect, let's say, this one in the back here. If I disconnect this, right? Let's say I bring this and I hook it up to this. Okay. And then I bring this. You'll follow me, right? No? I don't think you'll follow. I don't think you can tow this. I think the big car cannot be towed. Yeah, I think the tier 2 rover can't be towed. Interesting. And I also can't tow the bike because it doesn't have a connection point on that side. So one last thing, just to see if it's even possible for the bike to tow in the first place. Right? If I was to take this and connect it here, would you tow the rest of the trailers? Okay, you will do that. That's possible to do. So I know that I can bring that one home. But I can't bring the rest of these home unless I connect it to this. So there's a little bit of juggling that has to take place with these bikes. No, not really sure it was worth the trouble, but because it's only what? I guess at boost speeds, it's only 3 mile an hour faster. I need a tungsten ingot. I need some stuff. Okay. So we're going to go over to where all that mining's taking place, over near the tungsten. We're going to grab a bunch of tungsten, and we're going to have to bring it back. Now, I think, hang on a second. Maybe these guys will bring it for me, because they're bringing me cobalt. I think tungsten's in the same class of item, I think. It's not like a more advanced thing, I don't think. So if I come down my list, steel, yeah, so tungsten ore's at 0. So now we can see that happening. There we go. So all of these things just aren't done yet. These are the tier 2 stuff. I don't have these set yet. So I'm going to put all of these to 10 as well. And then, steel can be that. And then thorium ore can be there too. And if I do that, I should see, after a pretty good chunk of time here, yeah, all these things can stay alone because I got the tier 1s working on those already. These things are for tier 2s. And I'm going to have these things set to do that. Now, there's also tabs up here. So we can have them go and transport other things as well. Not just the mining drones are off doing mining things, but these are supply drones. These are storage drones, right? So they can go off and do more advanced things as well. So if I'm making something somewhere else, they can bring it over here in a set quantity that I want to have, right? So again, I can just put this as 10. Or, because of the way the rows and the storages work, maybe 8 is a better number. That way it takes up, precisely 2 rows. And that might be better for a lot of these resources. But in any case, all that mining that's happening over there can now be brought over here, and I don't have to go and do it. Thing is, though, I got to go over there anyway, because I want to get platinum as well. And we got to get platinum. So I'm going to head on over there with enough resources to build, to change out that infrastructure, at least to move it around. And, it gives my drones enough time to bring the tungsten back so that I can work on getting the seed tower done. But I want to move that laser over near a platinum resource instead of where it is. And I think I see a giant platinum resource right here in front of me, isn't this the platinum resource right here in front of me? Certainly looks like it. I think so. Yeah. Right here. So I want to bring it here to get this deposit now. And it's close enough to where I think we can make that happen, right? Like right in this area. So why don't we go ahead and stop right here. And we'll make really quickly just a heavy mining. I can do another one. Make another heavy mining laser right over here. And we'll pop it right here should be fine. I do want it to be a little bit closer for that water connection. Water connection's right there. It's fine. Okay, so we're going to stick this here. And then I can get another power connection. As soon as this is done building, there we go. Get another power connection. Here we go. Extender. That's good. And we'll bring this, let's say there is fine. Oh, I can't click it. Can I click to build it? There it goes. So we'll get that and then just bring it over here and hook it up to the same system. And then the other laser, that is too far away. Disconnection imminent. Got it. There we go. Yeah. And then the water, same thing. Water comes out this way, and we're going to bring it all the way over here. Now, I think I'm going to actually bring it over here first, just because I might move this. I might move something over there, right? Like I'm going to move that over there to get that tungsten. Okay. So I'm going to need water routed this direction anyway. So we'll just go ahead and do that. And then I can route it back this way. And then once the platinum is being mined, I'm going to grab that. And that's all I need to get going with the next stage of everything. So we're just going to go ahead and grab this. And as soon as I do that, there it is. We should see the platinum start getting mined just like so. And come on, turn you beast. There you go. All right. So now that platinum is happening, just wait for a little piece to break off here. There we go. And then we should be able to use that piece to produce what we want to produce. But also my drones can now bring it back to headquarters. So I guess I could just wait for that too. Yeah, I think I'll just wait for that to happen. I'll go back to headquarters instead. All right, we're going to make a bunch of processing units here. That might be enough. I'll do one more just to be sure. All right, so I got a whole full inventory of these things now. I think that's exactly what I need. So over here, I've added 3 additional storages here, and I'll probably do a whole back-to-back thing on this side too. But I wanted to be able to store some more stuff. I've upgraded all of my storages to be that tier 3 as well. So there's lots of more room for things to be stored. And then my mining drones are back to work doing things, and I've moved them a little bit closer so that they could access the second row over here. So now they're going to be paying attention to both of these rows instead of just the one. So over here, I've got my tier 2 storage drones, and they're off doing things too. But this can be improved even further. We're going to take and go into production, and we're going to go down to storage drone platform 3, equipped with fast storage drones with 3 storage slots, collects loose resources on the ground, etc., etc., etc. These are the tier 3 of the new ones, right? They just added. They didn't have these before. And we're going to place it, I think, right over here. I think I'm going to place one right here. I don't want it to get too close to the storages, but it might just be the way that goes. Yeah, let's put it into the wall, into the terrain a little bit. Maybe right here is okay. You know what? This will be fine. Right up next to this one. One right there. And then we're going to build another one. Whoops. We're going to build another one. Yep. And it'll be right next to this one. Maybe just a hair back. I think I'm getting a little too close to where my storages are going to be, but yeah, whatever. It's fine. You can always move things around a little bit more. All right. So, in fact, you know what? Maybe I'll just leave these storages where they are. I probably don't even need to expand onto it. We'll have this one plug in here, and we'll have this one plug in right there on this side. All right. So these ones configured mostly the same way. I can target lower ranked stuff, but I really want them to focus on some of the stuff I don't have. So thorium is what they're going to focus on here too. I think tungsten ore. Let's go up to 10 there, and off he goes immediately. And cobalt as well will get focused. Uranium can get focused. Lithium can get focused. And carbon and platinum too. Yeah, that's it. I think that's probably it though. I'm not going to have it do much else. Tungsten will just be there. I'm going to leave steel out of it. So these things are just going to focus on these things. And same thing here. We'll come down here and we'll say, go get me tungsten. Go get me cobalt. Here we go. Platinum, carbon, and lithium down below. Also thorium, I guess. Yeah. So thorium and the lithium. And we're just going to have them hold it at 10. That's fine. Yeah. So they're going to go over and get that stuff. Now, as they do that, we should now have the resources to create some ingots and stuff too. So these refineries, again, they work differently now. You don't have to place them all down there. They work like the crafting bench. They work like the crafting station now. And so it references your storages like the crafting bench does, much better. And again, it says ingot now, which is great, instead of it being whatever it was before. I love the fact that it says ingot because it's very consistent amongst all the tiers. So it's, even though it's a sphere like this, saying ingot, it just works because it's a refinery. So we can make a tungsten ingot. Takes a little bit of time to do it, but it'll appear in my backpack when it's done, I think. Maybe if I'm really far away, it won't, but I think when it's done, it just appears in my backpack, which is kind of nice. So we'll probably make a cobalt one after this too, because I think I'm going to need 2 of them. And then when I have enough to make 2 seed towers, not seed towers, whatever it's called, right? The silly thing here. I don't know if I'm too far away or not, but let me just see what this is called. This is called, in the life tree, carbon extractor is what I need. Carbon extractor. So I have 2 cobalt ingots and 1 of these tungsten ingots. It just says it extracts carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. So, I mean, we could probably just place it anywhere, I suppose. Yeah. So why don't I just, it looks like it takes water as well, which is doable. We got plenty of water resources as well. So why don't we just stick this? It actually just fits in the tiniest of places. I like it. We're going to place it right here. And look, it appeared in my backpack. See, the tungsten ingot is right there. So we'll just place this here for now. That's fine. And then I don't think I need to connect to the base anymore. I'm not sure why I would need to fill this tower up anymore. I don't need to do that. So we'll bring this all the way over and connect it here. And then finally, from here around to there. Okay. There it goes. I'm not sure what it's doing. Well, collecting carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, of course, is what it's doing. I like all these things that are moving around, spinning everywhere. I like it. Let's go ahead and make another. Yeah, probably another one of these, right? Yeah, we need another one. So we'll make another one. And then we can get another carbon extractor too. Or I can go over and make the seed synthesizer or the sprinkler tier 1. Now the bloom core, that's what I wanted to see. The bloom core is what requires the platinum ingot. And I don't think they've actually collected platinum for me yet. So I may have to go over there and grab it myself because the drones aren't really doing it yet. We'll see. But the bloom core right here. Ah, there it is. They have gotten platinum for me already. So the tungsten ore is used for the bloom core. So let's grab 2 of these before I use all my tungsten on ingots. We'll grab 2 of these bloom cores, and now I can just build these anywhere. I'm going to start building these in the fringe colonies, if you will. Start building these way off in the distance because we don't need them to be very close. And man, this thing does not want to turn. I worry I'm not going to have enough. Let me see what this. Let me see what it takes to build these. I don't know what resources I'm going to actually need here. Self-contained pod nurtures seeds and saplings into soil, light, build springs. Requires a steady water supply. That's really it. Just requires a water supply. Okay, fair. So we can bring that over to the other bases and get that going with grass and yeah, it'll start growing grass presumably. So that combined with the carbon dioxide thing over there should start producing oxygen. And then turning the sky to be blue instead of red, or all those things. You know, I don't know the exact science behind it, but I'm playing a video game. This is stop number 1. There we go. The old Grinched. And we will take sprinkler tier 1, and it is big, but it is nice to be way over here. So I'm gonna say it's going right over, let's say there. So right, sprinkler tier 1 there. And we'll go ahead and grab our water, probably from this side. There we go. And then we'll just hook it up to water. Boom. Like that. All right. And then over here on this other base, way out in the fringe areas, we've got another setup here that has water hookups. And there's that giant seed tower we had before too. So we're going to take, I don't know why I'm going so far away here. We're going to take that giant seed tower. We're going to break it down. And we'll replace it with something else, right? So let's deactivate the biospray tower. So let's see what the sprinkler tier 1. I guess I'll put it. Yeah, we'll put it back over where this other one was. It's fine. So we'll stick it right back over there. Oh, we can keep building while we move. Look at that. I never even tried that. Yeah. You can just build it while you drive. All right, with these carbon extractors going on over here, it's actually sucking down a lot of water from me. So we're going to have to upgrade our water system, which is about time because we're a little bit behind on doing that anyway. So let's grab a tungsten ingot. We got a radiation cell right here. And then the only thing else I got to do is bring my printer over there because the printer is too far away. So we're going to head on over towards our water setup over here for a much needed upgrade on this area. So these are 2 tier 1s. It's our first water setup, you know. We built it back when we only had tier 1s available. And now we just need a lot more water in this system. So we're going to park right here. I've got the radiation cell with me and the tungsten ingot. That's what we're going to need to build a tier 3 in this space. So we're just going to go ahead and disconnect these really quick. There we go. And we'll go ahead and break these down. Should be enough room in my backpack for that stuff. Yep. Here we go. There we go. So all the water's broken down now. And the printer might be too far away here. You know, we're parked a little too far forward, but we'll see how it goes. So here's the printer, and we're looking for here. Water pump tier 3. I've got the big one here. And so this one goes out in the water, of course, and we are going to want to spin it this direction. There we go. Big old water pump right there. Massive upgrade to the 2 tier 1s that we had. we go. How massive of an upgrade is it? Well, I'll look at that. Look how big it is. That should tell you. No. So we had 2 pump tier 1s. That was generating 2 total water generation and consuming 6 power for 2 water. Yeah. Here's tier 3, going to produce 10 water for 15 power. So we are doing a 5x increase in the amount of water we are about to generate here just by swapping that out. Big upgrade time. And we got all the connections right here ready to go. So we'll just plug it in like so. There's the power. And here is the water. Done. And just like that, it begins. Power grid during the day, still 38 positive. So still generating way more power than we're consuming over here. Cool. And that should take care of our water woes. I should start to see, I think, water start accumulating here. And there it is. Yep, it is entering the tank at a pretty good pace, which means I now have capacity to go ahead and plug in water right here as well. And I guess we'll just pull it off the battery because there's really no reason to get another switch or whatever here. So there it goes. That'll happen now. And as these things produce carbon, I believe it'll just drop it on the ground. And in which case, our storage drones over there, they're right there. They should just come over here and pick it up and bring it into storage for us to be able to use. I think that's the general idea anyway. Although I am seeing you idle at the moment, and that is a bit weird. You got uranium? I guess so, yeah. What else are you going to go off and get? Maybe you can get steel after all. I'll let you do that. It seems like we're good. All right, well, maybe I can increase how much you're able to store. We'll go up to, let's go, let's see, 12, 16. Let's go 16 on these. You want to take up even spaces and rows and everything. So we'll go 16 here, here, and here. And the thorium and carbon as well. Okay. And then over here, I'll do the same thing with you, starting with, let's have you go out and get the platinum first. So 16 is where I want you to be there. I guess you're switching targets. Interesting. So do you work in order? Is this in an order of importance? Because that's a little weird. If it is, then I would like to be able to move it around. Transports loose resources. Yeah, maintaining target levels. Exactly. Very good. Okay. Seems pretty good. The only thing I haven't built yet from the update that would have any meaning to me really is the recycling. I haven't done that yet. I believe it's in production and then recycler. Yeah, so it's an aluminum ingot is all we need here. So I don't have to go search my storages and go, where's my aluminum? Where's my aluminum? I just come over to the refinery and I make an aluminum ingot. Ta-da! So much better. Yep. And then I don't have to chase it down on the ground. I like the changes, man. These are good changes. These are really nice changes. I like that. It's great. Recycler's right here. So it's a very tiny little thing. But if I ever need to recycle something, then it's right here. A little power connection in the back there. We'll just pop it right here. Yeah, no big deal. We'll hook it up right here to the power. There it is. And now if I want to break anything down, I can. So if I want to come over and say I store power junction. Ooh. Okay, so I store whatever you want right here. So if I store a gold wire here, it just immediately becomes 2 gold ore in my backpack. Wow. It's instantaneous. Okay. Okay. I mean, I don't want to do that, but I thought maybe there'd be a process to it, but no, it's just immediate. Okay. All right. So now that we got a steady water supply and we got these carbon extractors going, we should have a good source of carbon coming in. At least I hope we do. And we've made all the seed tower things over there, right? The seed sprayers. But in order for the seed sprayers to function, even with water, they need seeds. How do we get those? Well, we have the seed synthesizer. And this is going to allow us to get access to, I don't know if it gives us access to seeds, but it's going to let us synthesize them. I guess it's in the name. They're going to synthesize the seeds. So we'll place this right down here. Should be an okay place for it, I think. And we'll go ahead and plug it in just like that. There we go. And we can now use this to create seeds. So ground flora is the first thing we have access to. And there's all these mystery ones that the question marks are, I suppose anyway, the question marks are over top of the letters. That's a lot of words there. Okay. We also have tabs. So there's different shrubs and trees, but we start with ground flora. We start with grass, basically. So we need carbon rods to sustain this thing. Carbon rods to get this thing going. So this one right here looks like it's at 94%, 95%, 96%. Now, does this get picked up by the drones right away? Where does it pop out? There it is. It's right there. So I want to see if the drones are picking this up. Because they should be. Oh, well, there it goes. Yep, they are. And so I assume they're bringing it to their own storages, which is a little annoying because there's storage right there they should be dropping it into instead. But okay, then. So we'll grab this here. There it is. Oh, yeah, they've been grabbing a bunch of it. So here's a bunch of carbon rods. Yeah, I'll just pick these up like that. Put them in my storage myself then. They're huge. Wait a minute. Do they not fit in the... No, they do. They fit in... Oh, wow. Never mind. There's a bunch of them right here. Never mind. Yep, we have plenty in storage. Okay, so this carbon rod is going to go in the back, maybe? In the front? Where does it go in? Maybe I just... This is 0 out of 1 carbon rod. So where am I putting this in at? Whoops, hang on. Got to figure out if there's a port or something to interact with here. Because I'm not sure why it would give me a 0 out of 1. I'm holding it in my hand. Maybe I'm not. It says carbon rod. Perhaps this is not carbon rod. Maybe this is just carbon. Ah, it is. Okay, that's the problem. That's the problem. So let's go make a bunch of carbon rods out of this stuff then. Is it you? Carbon rods? No? It must be my crafting station then, yeah? Well, they'll pick it up. You know what? Let's bring this vehicle over here. I don't know why I parked way over here. Like a dummy. Because I'm not a smart man. There we go. God, you're such a tank. All right. And let's bring my crafting station right in here like it's supposed to be. Nice and close to everything, yeah? All right, so let's see about making these carbon rods. And steel. So fuel, carbon rods. Yep. 2 carbon equals 1 carbon rod. Okay, we'll make a bunch of them because we're going to want a bunch of grass. But we really only need the 2 for now, just to get those units over there moving. So why are you making 6, Charlie? Well, because I'm going to place them in storage. So let's place them in there. A nice little row of storage there. Okay, now we should be able to head on over there and supply that. And you know what? I think, though, instead of bringing my crafting station way over there, which is what I started to do just now, instead of doing that, I'm going to go get the bike. It's a long trek, as you know. It's a little bit of a hike to get over there. So I'm going to skip you ahead. But I'm going to go get those bikes because they're faster. And I don't really need the whole crafting station and all that stuff with me here. I have the 2 seeds that I need. If I want to get around this place a little faster, then I want to go ahead and do that. And where is it? I think it's actually this direction. I'm going the exact opposite direction that I should be. Given the distance that these things are away from the base, I really feel like we need a way to tow them. The fact that I can't tow these things is kind of annoying. That's how much battery's gone in my cart as I've been wandering around. I actually got lost, couldn't figure out where they were. I went back in the footage to find the coordinates in the upper right corner. That's the only reason I found this right now. Then I could take that one, but I actually like the other one more. So I'm gonna take this one away, and we're gonna connect that battery pack instead. We're gonna connect that one to here. There we go. And we'll take this one back. But like, this thing is really far away, and the fact that there's no way to tow that other one, like, I have no way of bringing that back right now. I have to walk all the way back out here to get it. It ain't great. So, but at least we got this, and it's just, this is going to be my preferred method of travel, honestly, for doing all these the seed deliveries and everything. It's almost at the world's edge, actually, is how far this thing is away. Oh, here we go. Hang on. We got another blueprint potentially right here. Hold on. Here we go. And let's take a look. How much do you need? 2.1 power. I guess there's a little bit more leeway in this. Maybe they've altered it, because that's the third time now that I have not gotten that exactly right, and it has given it to me anyway. Not that I'm upset or anything. I genuinely think that's an improvement. And darkness falls upon the land as I return. I think this thing really hugs the ground, man. Oh, it's also very maneuverable, but also it's a little tippy sometimes. But yeah, it really hugs the ground. This is actually really fun to drive. I wish they would call it a quad, though. I'm going to be a little stickler about that. It should be called a quad. All right, so I didn't make the seeds before I left because that's just how I roll, I guess. So we're going to go ahead and do this and hit grass seed, and it'll end up in my inventory. There we go. So we got 2 grass seeds. There we go. And then also the blueprint needs to be dropped off that I got from that. All right. So let's go ahead and grab, where is it? Right here. Yeah, get my bike back here. And I want to go off to one of those seed towers. I believe both of the towers are in this direction. There we go. You can see it off in the distance there. And we'll just, yeah, we'll get the grass growing over there. And we'll get the grass growing over on the other one too. There should be 2 of them. And we already know what it looks like because we saw it on the orbital platform. Or the, I don't know, orbital station, whatever you want to call it. We saw it up in space, so shouldn't be all that much of a surprise. What would be a surprise to me, though, is figure out exactly what the range is on this thing. How far out does it go? So there's a seed, and I'm thinking that will just start immediately. Wow, look at it go. We will check back in on that in a little bit. And it's just a little bit further away than I thought it was. I thought I could see the other tower from here. And you can kind of see it. It's just barely out of rendering distance. So there is a place you can sit where you can see both towers, but it's, yeah. Anyway, it's way over here in the distance, right? And I got my last grass seed over here, so we'll go ahead and place this down, and then we'll, can I do it from inside the bike? No, I got to get out. Okay. We'll go ahead and do that. And now the grass should begin to grow over here very quickly. So we'll head back to the other base now, and we'll see how that terraform begins. Oxygen stage 1 achieved. And so now we can start unlocking new hardware, working ourselves towards turning the sky blue. Yeah? There it is. It's hard to see. I wish they had let me render further out. I know it's for performance reasons to limit render distance, but I feel like it'd be a better experience for me anyway if he'd give me a setting toggle, all right? Realizing that, yes, extreme render distance would slow the game down, sure. But, like, I've got a 4090. I think I can handle it, I think. Maybe I'm just, a little bit big-headed about it, but I think I can handle a little bit more than what the game is doing. So this is nice. Look at this. Very thick grass. Very thick grass. Yeah. I can see where it would be very difficult to find anything on the ground. Yeah, iron deposit. If you mine that, it's gone. Like, where is it? I don't know. You got to get the highlight, but otherwise you'd never know it was there. Yep. I can see how that would be. So, yeah, we'll probably keep all this grass away from our main base. But these towers, they don't have a huge distance. It's not like the algae towers where it's, 400 meters or whatever out. So, we can place more of them. We can place them a little closer together if we want to. But it's all about raising that oxygen level and unlocking the new tech. Okay, as we get back to base, here's the terraform analyzer. And we can see genetic collider is now available to me in stage 1 here as our ppm on oxygen's going up. And you'll notice we have 1% on that blue sky. So it is starting. It's a slow thing, but it is starting. Let's go ahead and get this blueprint over into the thingamabob here. Where is it? There it goes. And you'll notice a tungsten ingot just showed up from that. That's great. And that showed up because I need to expand my water again. That is actually a thing that needs to happen again. Let me see really quick what this genetic collider does, though. I assume it's going to be how I discover different seeds and stuff. Genetically merges 2 ground plant seed samples, producing identifying new modified seed DNA. And we can build this right now. So I'm thinking I'll just... This is actually quite small. I expected this thing to be quite large. It's a collider, right? Okay, well, I'll place it here, I guess. Is the power's on that side? So actually don't have any more plugs on that side. We'll place it over here then. We'll just keep all the green stuff near the green stuff. Yeah. So right over here is where this can go, right there. So now when we're doing our genetic modifications, we can just use this. Yeah. So we'll plug that in right. Oh, I mean, I should probably replace this thing. It's kind of obsolete, this little thing, but it's all right. We'll plug it in right here. Okay, so the seeds requires 2 seeds, it says. Now, I have 2 grass seeds on me, so I'm wondering what happens if I just put 2 grass seeds in here. And it says discovering new seed. There it goes. In the meantime, I do want 2 additional grass seeds. So, because I was going to expand grass a little bit more too. So let's just go ahead and get 2 more grass seeds. And we'll let this spinning thing go. It looks like it takes a little bit of time. It'll be done by the time we get back. So I'm going to go ahead and expand water is actually something we got to do. Because, let me just kind of maneuver over here on this side here. We're getting our manufacturing, our mobile manufacturing going again. Because I'm noticing there's no water in that tank, which means the 2 carbon extractors I got going on here is actually more water than we can even handle on this side. So we're going to want to get another one of these big old pumps. And actually, you know, it might fit over here. I was going to put it on the other side, but it actually looks like it'll fit right here next to this wind turbine. So let's just go out and see whether or not it does or not. I've got enough stuff. I should anyway to have my pump. Oh, what happened to my gold wire and radiation cell? Oh, you know what happened? I bet I used it for the collider. I did. I used it for the collider. That's what happened. We got poppy flower seeds. Okay. Whoopsie. Let's get around this. Man, I really can't turn. So I had the resources on me to make that water pump, and then I used it for the genetic collider anyway. I might as well come on over here. Nope. Actually, I need to get another radiation cell. I don't have enough of them, so let's go ahead and grab another one of them. I feel like you just can't have enough of these things. I'm going to go ahead and get 2 of them because I can. And then the gold wire as well. Even though I've got a bunch of it, I also have way more. Whoa. Okay. I have way more gold wire than I'll ever need. So let me just store one of the radiation cells in here just so I can use it later. And we'll go ahead and grab that. There we go. All right. Now I've got everything I need to make this happen. And the poppy seed. I am curious though. I guess while I'm here, we might as well use this curiosity. So I'm going to place one of the seeds in here, and then I'm going to see, where does the other seed come out? Is it just inside? Oh no, it's just a discovery, right? So if we can now do it right here. Yeah. Again, carbon rod takes care of that, and that will... Poppies bloom briefly but beautifully. They teach me that short moments can still matter. Aw, I like that. That's cool. All right, so if I put 2 grass seeds in here, nothing happens. So now you have to start combining it with the other seeds that you have. Okay, fair enough. That's good, because I wanted to use these grass seeds for other things too. All right, now we can go over there and fix this. So I'm going to whip myself over here. And I think we'll just build it right next to the other one on this side over here, because we have the connections for that. I can move that hose to be on the other side as well. So we'll just have, you can stop right here is good. Yeah. Now you're going to be on top of the hose. Okay, fine. I'll move it just a little bit more. Sounds good. All right. Let's take this and we're going to get our pump tier 3. It should fit right next to this thing. There we go. So spin this around and put a second pump right there. So now what we'll do, right, is I guess I could just do it here. I mean, I wanted to use this to get the seeds going though. Yeah. So I'm going to disconnect that really quick. And we're going to use, I think, this one to hook it up here like that. And then this one will hook up over here like that. Power connections. Yeah. Right here. This one. And now we'll have twice as much water, and we shall have no water problems on the base at all now. I mean, theoretically, we should have a problem with the water draining from this small lake, but yeah, whatever, you know, whatever. Okay, so from there, we want to expand. I want to get more grass going. So I was thinking about putting some on this side of the water over here, and then getting some water, you know, routed over here because I wanted some grass right here. So let's say right about here is good. We'll put in our sprinkler, and it'll be on this side of where these guys are at. So we'll say maybe right in the center here. I was going to say maybe, yeah, how about right here is okay. Yeah, right there. You know, the thing about that location is I think a lot of it's going to end up being in that lake, right? Like, we want to have as much grass as possible, and I'm not sure the grass will grow in the lake. And if I could just get it to be a little bit further away, I think it'd be better. And then I got to route the pipes over here. So why don't I come over here really quick and just move this? No, there is no moving. They don't let you move these things. So we'll just have to rebuild it, but that's okay. And it's a little bit further away from the base, right? That's the idea, is we don't want it to be super close to where we're working. So it'll be kind of over here instead. I think this is better. Okay, so with that done, we need to route the water over there too. There we go. Need to route the water over here. So I'll park right about there, should be all right. And we'll get another connector. I thought I had the parts for that. One composite metal was necessary. Well, I guess I don't have it. Good news, though, is I think that connector right there is kind of redundant. But I could also place seeds over here. So I think I'll do that instead. So right over here is a good spot for grass. I think so. So we'll do another one right here. We'll say grass goes right here. And I probably should have just put the seed in the sprinkler while I was over there. I might have to go back over there because I have the seed on me. I just forgot to place it in the slot. So we'll place the seed right there. And then we just need to hook it up to water, which I should probably just grab that while I'm here. There we go. And we'll bring it all the way over here and connect it to that. And that will start the process of getting seeds or getting grass in this area too. Yeah. There we go. So now we'll have grass in this area. It's already starting. See that? It's very fast, isn't it? It sure is. Okay. I need a composite metal to extend the water around the lake. And honestly, with as much as I'm going to be doing, maybe I'll just get another pump just to do it, you know? It's like a you can never have too much sort of situation, right? I got plenty of resources to do this, so we'll just really quick go ahead and grab that radiation cell back out. Oh, there's a power junction there too. We'll go ahead and grab that. And the thing I need to make that happen, well, okay, so it was a composite metal is what I was looking to get. I don't really need to use the expensive resources, but if I don't have any composite metals really close by, then what does it matter, right? I don't think I have any. I mean, I can make it, but I thought I had some in storage at least. I'm completely out of composite metal. That's pretty crazy. It's been a while since I've been out of that stuff. I made way too many initially. So composite metal, we'll just make a few of them. And then gold wire is what I need now too. So we'll go ahead and grab some gold wire out of there. We can make another. Actually, I could probably make another seed while I'm over here, yeah? All right, power cables are getting hooked up here, and we are good to go. So this is going to pump water, and it should be hooked up to power grid. Yeah, everything should be good. Now this is spinning. There it is. All powered and everything. There we go. And we got lots and lots of grass, but I've also got those poppy seeds, right? So Why don't we go ahead and add those to the mix over here as well? So poppy flower seed, there it is. And we should start seeing flowers sprout over here on this side. I don't know if it's a good character trait. Maybe we keep this big hunk of iron just sitting there like a big stone, you know? It gives the area some character. But see, there's our flowers over there starting to pop up, so that's nice. And these tier 1 power extenders, it's not just about the connections. The cables also can't go as far, which is very interesting. I mean, it seems obvious probably to a lot of you, but I hadn't really experienced the difference in limitations until just now. So I went ahead and grabbed that one and tried to drag it to that one, and I couldn't do it. It wouldn't reach. But if I start at that one and come to this one, it will reach. So if you got to go long distances, at least start at your higher tier, and then you'll get a cable that can stretch all the way to the lower tier, but you can't go the other way around. I just thought that was interesting. We're at blue sky 3%, and we're also going to go and drop off a poppy seed over here on this side too. Why not? I got another one. So we'll go ahead and add the poppy seed there. And now we can have some flowers growing over here near this radio tower. All very good. But again, not at our headquarters. We're going to go all the way around our headquarters. We're going to have, you know, everywhere around the headquarters, but not actually here, because we don't want to have to deal with trying to pick things up at our base. Yeah. So I think this is a decent place to call it today. We got some good progress done here. And I think you guys can come back for the next one, where we will continue to spread grass and plants and also do some experimentation with different seed types and everything too. The seed synthesizer is right here, and we have the ability now to create all sorts of different combinations of seeds. So I'm going to go ahead and play around with that, and you guys can come on back and see what kind of combinations we can come up with, and we'll install them all. Every time we get a new combination, we'll just install them in these two that are really close by. Okay? See you later. Bye-bye.